I've actually been thinking about entry since April 3rd, 2023, when we got assigned to this mission. And one of the first press conferences we were asked, what are we looking forward to? And I said splashdown, and it's kind of humorous, but it's literal as well, that we have to get back.
Part of our ethos as a crew and our values from the very beginning were that this is a relay race. In fact, we have batons that we bought to symbolize physically that. We plan to hand them to the next crew, and every single thing that we do is with them in mind.
It hasn't changed my perspective or the perspective that I launched with. The perspective I launched with was that we live on a fragile planet in the vacuum in the void of space. We know this from science. We're very fortunate to live on planet Earth.
And we all pretty much broke down right there. And just for me personally, that was kind of the pinnacle moment of the mission for me. That was, I think, where the four of us were the most forged, the most bonded.
What you see on screen is a Cryptodrussus michaeli, a spider captured on video for the first time in the province of Almeria. It is an arachnid, measuring less than 3 millimeters. To find it, researchers used these pitfall traps, small containers hidden underground that go unnoticed by local wildlife. According to scientists, we still know very little about the biology of this animal, but its identification is a critical step.
Finding new species, in particular rare species, is very important because rare species, their frequency tell you how well the natural environment is behaving. So if you find the same species all over the place, very abundant species, it means that this habitat is not well preserved. In well-preserved habitats, you expect to see newer and newer rare or not very abundant species.
The challenge is to figure out how this small piece fits into the complex puzzle of biodiversity in southeastern Spain.
A new study has found that more than 90% of Magellanic penguins living along Argentina's remote Patagonian coast are carrying traces of PFAS. Also known as forever chemicals, PFAS are a group of over 10,000 synthetic chemicals that have become almost inescapable on Earth. They're used to make everyday items grease and water resistant, such as non-stick pans, food packaging, and waterproof clothing. They can take more than 1,000 years to break down, hence the name, with scientists having already found them on the peak of Mount Everest, in human blood, and in deep-sea species. Chronic exposure has been linked to certain cancers, reduced fertility, and immune system damage. Now, they're showing up on one of the world's smallest penguins, with scientists using the birds themselves as mini toxicologists. Instead of drawing blood or plucking feathers, scientists fitted the penguins with small silicone leg straps, which passively absorb chemicals from the water, air, and surfaces the animals encountered. When tested, PFAS appeared in more than 9 out of 10. Crucially, they found not just older legacy pollutants, but newer so-called safer replacement chemicals. The team now plans to expand the program to other species, including deep-diving cormorants, using the wildlife itself as a window into the health of our ecosystems.
I think the feeling of being around these clothes is that there's just history here right in front of us, and I hope that by seeing these pieces, obviously it's quite an intimate thing to look at people's clothing, by seeing the Queen's clothing it will stir memories and reminiscences in our visitors, of course for such a long life of duty and service to our country. I think what visitors really, I hope, will take away is a much deeper understanding of her relationship with British fashion, the role she played supporting British design, even from a young age in the 1940s when couture was in its fledgling state here in London and trying to compete with Parisian couture, which of course ultimately it did. And her support of that was so important.
C'est un tableau qui est peint alors qu'il est sur un petit bateau. Il se fait construire un bateau-atelier, il se met sur ce bateau-atelier, il sillonne la Seine et il peint sur son bateau. C'est pour ça qu'on a dans les îlots de Port-Villers un aspect très immersif. On est vraiment au niveau de l'eau. Donc c'est un tableau qui est peint avec une touche très large, très spontanée, ce qui est très caractéristique des débuts de l'impressionnisme. C'est très caractéristique de l'art de Monet qui aimait beaucoup en fait le système des séries. On l'a vu avec les nymphéas, les cathédrales de Rouen, les meules. Il se met exactement au même endroit et il va peindre le même sujet mais sous une atmosphère différente, à un horaire différent. Ici, on a une vue peinte le matin. Donc on a une lumière très spécifique avec des tonalités dans l'eau absolument magnifiques faites de mauve, de rose.
Ready and turn. Nice.
The wedding is this Saturday. What stories are you gonna do?
What do you mean, my speech?
Yeah. Are you gonna use the first time we met?
Yes.
Okay, what about the first date?
Yeah, of course.
Fuck!
You don't have to do a speech.
So you're saying Charlie is your first love?
Yeah.
First love or your first crush?
Both, I think. Wait, is that insane?
At 30?
So I want to say this thing about her laugh. You know how it's very cute, but it's also kind of
repulsive even.
All right, so before we got married, we did this thing where we said the worst thing we've ever done.
Okay. I'll tell mine if we all do it. Promise?
What did you do?
This dog.
Beer bottles and porn.
You left him there overnight.
Yeah.
What's the worst thing I've ever done?
Okay,
Are you serious?
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna order an Uber.
Emma, what the fuck?
Am I sensing some nerves? Remember, you know each other really well.
You have to stop thinking about it.
Can't just say stop thinking.
So you are thinking about it.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I am thinking about it now.
How can you even trust her?
You're being incredibly hypocritical.
I never said he was mentally disabled.
Yes, you did. You said he was slow. You said he was slow. Emma, true love is complicated. Sorry. I was just trying to do your stupid joke thing. It's about acceptance, radical acceptance.
Why are you acting like you've never done anything bad? What the fuck was that?
I don't know. It's just, there's some drama. It's very funny.